This is a quick bonus video about the leg press exercise. Gordon asked me about the protocols for stretching this, so I said I'd shoot a quick video, put it on the community page for all of you. I will probably do, when I've mastered the exercise, I'll make a proper how-to follow along, but since I can't go all the way myself, I feel a little bit fraudulent presenting myself as an expert on this, but I've made some progress and I want to share it with you guys. So what's a good time to do the leg press exercise? I would suggest not doing the leg press with the foot elevated until you can put the palms flat on the floor standing. Why? Because when you stretch forwards, gravity is going to help you with the stretch. It's going to be a better stretch. And similarly, once you're flexible enough that the head goes really forwards, then gravity is going to assist you when the leg's extended. However, if the leg's extended and you're miles away from your foot, I don't think it's a very good stretch. You're much better off doing forward bending. And so, what do I mean by that? I mean to be able to, for example, when you're doing the Qigong, to be able to come forwards and to put the palms so that they're flat, actually pressing down into the floor. I would say that was a prerequisite to do the leg press exercise. So what if you're a fair way from that? What can you do? I would suggest some kind of measurable progression. The easiest thing to do, for example, using these yoga blocks, having something that you can reach and you can actually put some pressure into. Okay? And then doing it something like a 3-second compression. So for example, you go down, in 3, compress, come up, go down, compress, and come up. And I would do sets of 8, perhaps 3 sets of 8. You do sets as necessary to make progress. So for example, if the first set you get so far, the second set you go a little deeper, third set you go a little deeper. If you've got time, you can even do a 4th set. If the 4th set isn't deeper than the 3rd, you don't need to do a 5th set. But as long as you're making progress, you could even do 6 sets. It's fine. Each set, if it's a little better than the previous, is good to go. And you need recovery from this as well. Just like weightlifting, if you try and do the same stretch, like within a couple of days, you're going to be tight and sore and you're not going to get the stretch. So if you're not reaching where you were previously and then surpassing it, it probably means you weren't resting long enough. Now, this is the thing that's the game changer, right? You have to have a measurable amount. Just like when you lift weights, if you go and lift in the gym and you've got no idea what you're lifting and how many reps and how much, you're not going to get very good results. People meticulously track, add an extra kilo or add an extra repetition or whatever it is. So you need some measure. Good thing about the blocks is you can track. So by the time you can get really heavy on this and it's not even a stretch anymore, you can turn them over. Then you can work maybe fingertips, second one, third one, knuckles, palms. Eventually, I'm pressing and I'm not feeling a stretch. Turn them over. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, pressing, no stretch. Floor, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So each goal is only that further than the previous one. This is the secret. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time, right? You're going that far to the next goal. You're always pushing that 1 inch to the next goal. And then when you can get pressure in there, the body will give you the range of motion. When you can push, then you feel like, hey, it's not a stretch anymore. Go to the next one. When you can put your palms flat on the floor, then you're good to do the forward leg press. So I'm just going to show you something about that. That is the same idea as a compression through using the core muscles. I'm just going to move this so you can see. So for example, if I put a block here, I should feel like I'm compressing it down. I'm actually trying to crush this block. And again, maybe doing it for 8 sets of about 3 seconds. Crushing it, because that's teaching you now how to engage the core. Doing that on both sides, okay? Then you're good to go with what I call the touch points. The touch points is super important, but don't do that until you've got palms to the floor and you can crush the block. Otherwise, you're just stretching the wrong way. It's not going to get the results. If you can reach the floor, you can do the first touch point. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is, look, thumb and finger, touch. So here's the concept, right? This finger's touching my toe, and my head is going to try and touch my thumb. If you can put your palms on the floor, you can do this. If you can't reach this, you need to keep working palms on the floor, okay? Eventually, you're about to touch your head to your thumb, and I do this I use a metronome, 72 beats a minute. So it's like boop, 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 boop. And you do about 60. You rest, you shake off, do the other leg. Rest, you shake off, go back to the first leg. At least 3 sets on each leg. And each set, you'll be able to go a little bit further. I'll just show you what I mean. So if I'm here, and my fingertips touching my toes, and my head is going to try and touch my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that kind of thing, right? So here's where the magic happens. Keep the hand on the foot as it is. This does not change. The hand on the foot does not change. The other hand, you're going to adapt it. You're going to go from 1 to bent thumb, to thumb on the fist. Do you see? You've made a little goal, which is only an inch or so from the previous one. So it's 1, 2, 3. From there, take the thumb away. Now the head's hitting the fist. Then we do the same thing with the little finger. I know it sounds complicated, but head to the fist, bent finger, now fist, fist. 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger, head to thumb. Here's the rule. You do not go backwards in a set. So if I'm touching to here and I go to the next touch point and then I make it, don't go back to the previous. Stay with this one. Okay, for the whole of the 60 reps. Don't go back. When it's easy, you're aiming for the next one. If you don't make it, it's okay, but don't go back. After you rest and you do the next set, you may find you can reach that touch point a little earlier. You may have to back off 1 touch point, that's normal. And then you go, and then you may aim for the next one, and then you rest. And write down what your touch point was. I hope you see what I mean. Bent thumb, fist and thumb. Bent, now a fist. 4 fingers, 3, 2, 1. Eventual goal being the head is actually, so if my finger is here, I want to try and touch my head to my thumb. That's the eventual goal. Then, guess what? You do the whole thing all over again. Bent thumb, tucked in. Fist and little finger, bent little finger, fist. 4, 3, 2, 1, head to toe. Okay, I've been doing this years and years and years, and my absolute max is 2 fingers. I can't. It's frustrating. I can't get my head to my toe, but some of the smaller and more flexible people can do this. I had a student join my school last year and could do it within a few months, head to toe. So it depends on your genetic makeup and whatever, but you can certainly make progress. And so the principle is this: when you do the next time and you warm up and you go into it, if you're miles away from where you were, it means you haven't rested enough. Rest, which means in practice, twice a week max. Once a week probably when you start. And not less than once a week, not more than twice a week. So it's when you feel recovered, and if you do it correctly, you go to your max, you repeat the numbers of reps, and you don't go backwards, you will probably find for quite a few weeks, you will make a touch point. Every single week you go 1 touch point more. You will hit a plateau at a certain point, that's normal. It's like every sport, weightlifting or running, but you're getting closer to your genetic potential. But you should see literally every week a touch point. So I've given you something. If you're starting miles away, it's maybe a few months till you can put your palms on the floor, and then from here it may be a few months till you can do 1 hand. But that's the meaning of Kung Fu, right? Perseverance, keep at it. If you need any help or any questions, just ask me, and I'll help you out. But I'd love to see some before and after pictures of this, guys. So I want to see people's progress. I challenge you to overtake me and get the head to your toes. That would make me super happy. I'll be frustrated and I'll be jealous, but I'll be super happy. So enjoy your practice and happy leg pressing.